Monday. A new beginning, right? Start a new week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Taylor
Yeah, I
Swift.
like your
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are having sex.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Is it just
It's
me?
official.
Is it just me? No, I'm going to try to say this to where it doesn't sound too creepy, but I've never found Taylor Swift sexually attractive. Beautiful, gorgeous.
Right. Yeah.
I've never found her sexually attractive until she was walking through that tunnel side by side with Travis Kelce. I want to buy that OnlyFans twice. I'll buy I'll buy the bundle package to that OnlyFans account. I want to watch everything. That is sexy.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
What do you think? I mean, it's been confirmed that that's everybody. Even NFL, they changed their TikTok account to say Taylor was here with the date 9/24 on their bio.
Oh my God.
Here's a picture of it. There's somebody, whoever's running their social media accounts has a sense of humor. That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yeah, I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday and like 30 different people were posting about it. I'm like, wow, okay, I guess that's it. It's official.
Yeah, let's get the 2-minute timer started. And when we run out of time, we'll continue the conversation on our YouTube channel, link in bio. Yet Taylor Swift wasn't hiding the fact that she is involved in some way with Travis Kelce romantically. Hanging out with his mom in a suite, watching the game at Arrowhead Stadium where Kansas City Chiefs plays.
So they must be actually really serious then. If she's hanging out with mom.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, whoa, already with the parents?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that could be situational because when you invite people to the game, back in my football playing days in high school, when I invited a new girl or in my parents, you have to put them in the same suite because you have a dedicated suite for all your fans.
Right.
So that's where they would be. I could see that happening, and they just happen to meet that way. But
You're right. My mom would come to all of my shows, and every time I would have at least one new boy there. Sometimes there'd be multiple new guys, and my mom. So
you need some Jesus in your life. You need to find Jesus. Multiple men. I've heard the rumors. I didn't know they were true.
I wasn't sleeping with them. These are like new guys that I would just meet and be like, okay, you want to go out with me? First, you got to come to my show. Like, it would be like one of those things.
I love it. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. So do we like this couple?
It's the only way I can get people to come to my show. I'm kidding.
Speaking of being attractive, you know what I love more than anything is when you have two grown men, and I witnessed this watching football yesterday, having two grown men on their 13th beer of the day. They're out of shape, and they're watching their favorite team play, and when they score, they like yell and high five and chest bump like they had something to do with it. And it just makes me wonder why women don't go up to them and go, have sex with me immediately. Like, there's nothing more attractive than that. Yelling and screaming at the TV and high-fiving your buddy for what other men are doing. It's so funny to me.
My fiance does that at home. Same thing. He's screams at the top of his lungs. I can't even be in the house. I'm like, you watch your sports. I'm going to go take the kids somewhere else.
And that's what did it for you. You were like, I saw him do that. And I'm like, give me two babies immediately. And he did.
No, he tricked me. When we first met, he told me he didn't really like sports. I'm like, wow, you lied. You bold-faced lied to me because look at us now.
Dating is lying. Do we agree? Dating is lying. You are not yourself when you start dating.
You try to be your best self, but then eventually your real self comes out. So people are going to find out either way. So you might as well just be honest.
Yeah, I agree, but nobody does that. And that version of you, that what you define as your best self when you first start dating somebody, isn't you. That's not you. No. At all.
No.
I limited myself to 2 drinks the first time I hung out with Taylor. That's not me. That's not me.
Oh my God.
Speaking of dating, I can't remember. Did you ever do a dating app?
Not really. No, I've hired a matchmaker to try and find me a suitable man.
Really?
But
How did that work? I never heard this story.
yeah. Just I'd been single for so long and I couldn't find any good guys in LA. And so a matchmaker approached me and said, well, maybe it's because you don't have the time to look, blah, 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 whatever. Let me help you find someone. And so I had to pay this woman $1,500 to find me 3 dates and they all sucked. So a
Wow.
big waste of money.
I love that. The matchmaker was like, "You're not finding love, honey, because you're not paying me money." That's
I know. I
that's why
know.
you aren't finding love.
Right.
Pay me 1,500. Tinder, you're familiar with that. I've never been on
Yes,
Tinder.
yes.
I think
Me
I went
either.
on Bumble for like a day,
Uh-huh.
and it was too weird. I'm like, all right, I'm getting off of here. Yeah. Um,
Right.
Tinder has different tiers, and I never knew this. And it's in the headlines in pop culture this morning, or over the weekend. They have one of their tiers is called Tinder Select, and it's offered to 1% of its Tinder population to the extremely attractive and rich. So either if you're
What?
extremely attractive or rich, yeah. Only 1% of people on Tinder have been offered this service called Tinder Select. They are opening it up to everybody now. From what I understand, you have to apply to be a part of it, and you pay $500 a month to be featured in this tier on Tinder.
Interesting.
Can you
All right.
imagine? You
I mean,
apply
I,
to be
I've
on a.
heard of I've heard of crazier things before. Yeah. Yep.
So have I. I just can't imagine the ego blow when you go to apply. You send in your application and you're like, hey, I would like to pay you $500 a month to try to
And
date
they
somebody.
reject you.
You're too ugly. Oh, I want to pay you
Oh,
money. No, we don't want your money. We don't want
we don't
your
want your money.
ugly money.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah,
Ouch.
I feel like they probably just want money. They would probably accept everyone, right?
I don't know. I don't know. But I can't tell you one thing. Being a narcissist these days is getting very expensive. You got to pay to be in the beautiful tier on the dating app. You got to pay
Yep.
money to be verified on social media. You got to pay
Mhm.
for all those
Are they
check
still
marks and
doing that?
X's. I think so. I don't know.
Okay. I haven't heard anything about it either.
Yeah,
So I guess
wild.
they are. I know. Crazy. The
Um,
dating world is crazy. I'm happy to be out of it right now.
Me too. And if I was dating right now, I'd be riding my bike to pick up my date because the gas prices. What's the highest you've seen so far?
I just paid $639 for that's the cheapest one. That was the cheapest. That was like cash price.
That is, oh my gosh. The
Nuts.
gas prices in LA County and Orange County continue to rise. Right now, as of this morning, they rose over the weekend. 611 is the average in LA County. 608 is the average in Orange County. But get this, the national average gas prices are dropping. They dropped. The
How much
national
is it now?
average is 385 nationally. Now, watching the news this morning, the explanation given as to why California is going up and
Right.
national average is dropping, they
Yeah.
actually blame the war on Ukraine. So the war on Ukraine is affecting California, but none of the
Oh,
other states.
interesting. How does that make sense?
It's not our governor. It's not our politicians. It's the war on Ukraine. So when you're at the pump, blame Ukraine. Everybody else
Uh,
in the country is paying less, but we're paying more and rising.
it just doesn't make any sense. Whoa. Yeah, I know this world.
How about some good
Well,
news? We'll end on the good news.
okay. Do you have any? Because I don't.
Favorite TV show right now?
Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of that, I do have something that's kind of funny. So I was in London a couple years ago filming this dance show, and I came across the show called Naked Attraction. And it's a
I'm in.
blind dating show where people are nude and you have to select your person literally by their body parts. And I thought this was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Like, oh my God. They have nothing like that in America. Well, now it's on Max. It's on HBO Max.
Really?
And I watched it in the middle of the night last night.
So you say their body parts. What do? They like get on their knees and go like. Well, yeah, you got a good one there.
Kind of.
Yeah,
they're all standing behind.
It's girthy,
right? No, seriously, they do. They're all standing behind these like podiums, and then in the first round they lift the glass up until their like belly button, so they see all of their private area, and you get up close and you analyze everyone and you eliminate one, and then you get to meet them and you're like, sorry, I didn't like your junk. And then the next level is to the neck, and then you see the different body shape. It's crazy. I like it. I would never go on there. I don't know how are there so many crazy people in the world that they would go on national television naked and get rejected. Like, no, never.
That's a rhetorical question. And why people do this. Everybody wants their fame. They want their fame. They'll do anything. There are people that will do anything for their 10 minutes of fame. Even if it means showing their wiener.
Wow. And then getting rejected. Like, how do you ever have a respectable job after that? I mean,
well, I don't think you won't get hired because you got rejected for having unattractive genitals.
No, I mean, how do you get a respectable job after going and showing your wiener on TV?
Bob, we can't have you be our accountant. We heard that your numbers aren't high enough.
Yeah.
You're in the red, if you know what we mean. You know what we're saying? Yeah. The Writers Guild, WGA, Writers Guild America? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. They've reached a tentative agreement late yesterday after a 5-month-long strike. I see two different parties being having different emotions. One, the ones that aren't making a lot of money, because for 5 months they weren't collecting a paycheck. My goodness. Now they're like, oh, finally we can get back to work. And then the ones that, have a big savings account because they wrote, I don't know, Breaking Bad. They were the writer of Breaking Bad. Yeah. Now they're like, oh, we got to get back to work. Like, I could see two different emotions coming out of this. 11,000 members of the WGA still need to ratify the contract. SAG-AFTRA, the actors unions, they are still on strikes. But Hollywood is slowly but surely reopening. That's good news for us fans, who want to watch things.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks. Hi. Leaf is here. My son. Do you want to come say hello?
What up, Leaf? Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Well, we are going to leave this version of Just a Dash and say Happy Monday.
Okay. Happy Monday. Bye.